I like when they have different visual styles. He looks phenomenal even with a blindfold. That made perfect sense for them. Little dance break. Hey, welcome back to The Vibe. If you're new to this, my name is Dorian. If you're new to this, hey, stink. Unexpected pairing to me personally doesn't make sense. Yes, is it unexpected? Also, yes, I'm a little confused, but I'm excited to see what we have going on. I'm Miss 17. The military is disrespectful. I understand why they have to do what they have to do. However, I suffer every time someone enlists. So, to ease my suffering, we are going to look at this. We're gonna run that back. A lot just happened. We'll see where it goes. So concept off-rip to me is giving Lisa Frank Meek's realism psychedelic fever dream. That's what my brain is doing at present. Initially off rip upon actually saying things, because we are almost a minute in and we are just now getting to lyrics. I feel like I should be watching a movie. This sounds like a movie soundtrack, so that is very interesting. It also feels like it should be louder. This is as loud as my stuff gets. Like, it should be louder. I don't know why that is to my brain, but my brain thinks that this needs to be cranked up a little bit higher. Sing a song, sing a song. Sing a song, sing a song. I feel like make a talk. Let's hear the sunrise. Boy, this shit look fake. I wanna say the music. Make a talk. 숨을 참아. Don't stuck in bow tie. I wanna say the music. Make a talk. I like when they have different visual styles in music videos. So we have, like old video games and then a few other things happening. So I always find that to be interesting, because if we're going to make a music video and the song calls for it, because sometimes a minimalistic situation is best, but a song like this definitely calls for interesting visuals, dynamic angles, filters, all that fun stuff. It calls for those things. So I'm glad that we have pieces of that going on. This, based on the girlies on the side, is also like low-key giving like 2010 to about like 2014 with the sound, like starting to hit real heavy around like 11, 12, somewhere in there. Time is not real, so I really don't remember, but also I feel like I'm correct that this is low-key what it's giving.
quick. Styling, have to talk about it. We're gonna just talk about it here. Honestly, is all cohesive and makes sense for what is going on. Really does make sense. Really, the only note I have at present, since I can't see everybody full head to toe, the only note is actually two notes. One, I don't think that The8 and Vernon should have been both in plaid. One person should have been in plaid, and then somebody should have been in a color that was, or the colors that were in the plaid in a different way. So I think somebody should have been styled differently. However, all of it does go together. All of this really truly does make sense. This is not the styling that I personally would do, but this is also styling that I would pull together based on the song. And if the director like gave me what we were going for, this honestly is what I would do. My brain would not want to do this. I'm not gonna hold you. This is not my favorite. My brain wouldn't want this. I also understand perfectly why it's here, and it does make sense. One, two, the one track low density mullet is crazy. Y'all know I don't stand for that over here. We don't go for that over here. Do I know that's what's happening with Vernon's hair? No. Could this actually be this baby's hair density and he is actually growing on a mullet? Yes. However, I'm not going to charge that to him. I'm going to charge it to the stylist. One track mullet, crazy. Not over here, not in this house. We do not rock with that at all, even kind of a little bit. Hate it.
Sing a song, sing a song. 이제 찾아서 당겼어. Sing a song, sing a song. I feel it 미끄터. High up in the sky, high feels like nothing is up. Heaven's hella born, is this all? I feel you're having fun. Take me where you wanna go. Step in a lucid dream, innocence is all.
He looks phenomenal even with a blindfold. That is crazy work. It's not as crazy as like the, you know, the night vision, like how hot you have to be for night vision for you to look hot in that format, but like it's a close second. The fact that he actually does look attractive is kind of crazy with his eyes covered. One. Two, they sound really good together, which like they're in the same group. So yeah, but you know, sometimes it's like in your head, this would be a good idea. And then I put y'all together. I'm like, I'm not feeling it too much. So God, that's not the case here. I love the faux tattoos, possible photos. I can't talk today. The possible faux tattoos, because those very well could be The8's actual real tattoos, and I just do not know because I have not checked on my babies in a fat minute. We have not talked to each other in a while. I don't know why, but we haven't been talking to each other recently. We've been busy, I guess. Anyway, so tattoos, those are fun. He looks great, but point being, they sound good together. I'm glad that's actually the case. I will save my comments about the actual song, I think, until the end. We're gonna get through all of this, and then I will actually tell y'all what I think about the song itself. If you're true to this, I'm sure you can guess how I actually feel about it. But if you're new here, we'll get to it in a minute. Also, we found love-esque whenever that was. Don't remember. Again, time is fake, so I don't remember, but I was present for that, and that was a lot of fun. So that also is what this is making my brain think of. that made perfect sense for them. Little dance break, very on brand for both of them. That made perfect sense to my brain. Also, I really appreciate the wordplay. I would probably not be catching it as well as I am now if there were not subtitles. Again, when you sing and rap, sometimes it's stylized and your girl be missing stuff. I'm not gonna hold you. I know y'all miss stuff too, but I'm gonna be honest and say, and I speak for myself and say, I do miss things if I am just listening with no captions and or, you know, lyrics alongside. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, and here I definitely would have missed stuff.
I see you having fun. Tell me where you wanna go. I feel like make a talk.
We're gonna look at this because why not? I'll put it in. I'm gonna look. All right, so you probably know what I'm gonna say. That song was not for me. It was a lot of fun, very cute. If it comes up in the shuffle, will I listen to it? Maybe. Will my brain remind me that this song exists? Jury's still out. Like if I'm ever feeling like in a party rock mood, but I don't want party rock for real, but I also don't want to scream, sing "We Found Love," like then my brain might do this. Is really what this is giving. It's a lot of fun. It makes sense for them. I didn't know what to expect, but now that we're here, this does make sense. Very energetically aligned for the two of them, and I love that. I love that they're doing this. I would be interested to see what the stages look like if they did stages, but it's a lot of fun. I think it's interesting, but not for me. Well done, well thought out, well planned, well styled. I'm not gonna give outfit of the video because I really didn't have one. That really wasn't the focus of the video itself. The video is more about like the overall like vibe and environment. It was more of like an environmental video, you know, all the different like little stuff that they were throwing in with, you know, Dance Revolution and all that fun stuff. Transformers, yay. So it was really more about the environment and less about the styling for this one. So we'll save that for the next time, but I'd be interested to see what y'all think of the video, what y'all think about the song, the unit, really the whole entire thing. I don't have much more. Jury's still out. I might report back to tell you that my brain has now decided it's in love with the song and I've been listening to nothing else. Who knows? But if you like this video, feel free to like this video. If you didn't, baby, that is okay too. Please don't forget to do all the YouTube things, and of course leave any recommendations or anything that you think about this concept and this song down below. I do read all of it. There is an ongoing list for requests, and I will catch you on the next one.